If as a citizen of this dear, beautiful country, you don't have connections and you fall sick, there's a very high chance Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel again and again and again and again. First of all, I'm not sorry for looking like this. I'm learning to stop apologizing for how I look, because anyhow you see me, you're supposed to take me. So yeah, I'm supposed to have an event this evening in about 1 hour or 2. I'm not doing makeup, so I'm not really bothered. So while I get ready, or while I'm in the process of getting ready, I'm just going to be giving you guys a life update, a much needed life update that I don't know if you need, but I'm going to be giving it to you anyway. So yeah, in the last video somebody mentioned that she wished that I was happier because I seem like a genuinely nice person and Nigeria was happening to me, and that comment got to me because I mean, if it felt like I'd overshared to the point where somebody saw that Nigeria was dealing with me really bad, but still she was right, or she is right. And I just want to say that whoever sent that comment, I'm going to have to find you and tell you thank you for wishing that I was happier, because Nigeria, I can't lie, is so after that comment was made, August came and the trajectory of my life changed in August, unfortunately. So somehow I got roped into the part of adulthood that I did not know that I was going to experience until maybe much later in life. If you're on my Twitter, you would see that I complain a lot about being a firstborn child, because honestly this is exhausting. I don't know how firstborns before me did it, but I can categorically tell you that being a firstborn child in an African home, a firstborn daughter for that matter, is hard. It's really hard. There's so much pressure. There's all of that, all the pressure to ensure that the people after you don't derail, because it's really easy for them to derail. I mean, I almost derailed, so I know what exactly it is that I'm saying. So yeah, in August, somehow I became a primary caretaker for one of my sisters who fell sick. I mentioned this in my last newsletter that my sister fell sick and I had to become a primary caretaker. I had to pause my entire life to take care of her. I had to stop doing everything that I was doing. I had to put a hold on everything that I planned to do just so I could, take care of her. And I just want to say that if as a citizen of this dear, beautiful country, you don't have connections and you fall sick, there's a very high chance that you might not make it out alive. And this is the honest truth. This is the absolutely honest truth. If you fall sick in this country and you don't have connections, you might not make it out alive. Because when my sister fell sick, it took me calling this person to call this person to call this person for me to be attended to. We have first of all gone to a private institution, private hospital. And private hospitals, I don't know what it is. I don't know if every beautiful, wonderful talent in Nigeria have all jackpot, but private hospitals, they're seemingly empty these days, and most of them work in general hospitals. So it was just me wasting money in private hospitals and then resulting to going to a general hospital. That's Lassuth. And then when we got to Lassuth, it took someone saying, oh, go there and mention my name, tell them that I sent you for us to be attended to. Immediately we even got to Lassuth, the security guy did not even mind whether or not we had a patient with us or whether or not I had a patient with me. It was just so stern and so mean. I was like, oh, now you there, now it's your time to shine, so don't worry, it's fine. So we, even with the fact that we mentioned him, we still got some sort of delay, but eventually they answered us. And then something that would ideally in your mind you would assume that because of the urgency of the situation, it's going to take it's not supposed to take so much time, or they're supposed to delay you for so long before they answer you. But I can assure you that if you go to Lassuth, no matter how urgent your situation is, they are going to tell you that there's someone with a more urgent situation than you, so you have to wait. And so we waited days, waited hours, waited minutes, waited days before we could get people to answer us. And then when they finally answered us, we had to do scans upon scans, test upon test, and still nothing was found. So ideally, if you get a first opinion from a doctor, you're ideally supposed to get another opinion from another doctor, because they might not see what the first doctor, or they might see what the first doctor missed. So it went on like that and like that, and eventually they just told us, okay, you know what, take these drugs, go home, go and monitor her from there. And I was like, I don't know why I think I'm up to that task, but I don't have a choice, Abby. So they wanted to admit her. But they could not admit her because there was no bed space. That's one problem we have with general hospitals in Lagos, as far as I'm concerned. No bed space. They referred us to another hospital. The second general hospital. That one looks like there was no proof of life there. So we had to return back to the first hospital that I went to, and because they could not admit her, I had to take her home with me and keep going from the hospital to the house, from the house to the hospital. Eventually, I had to stop going there because it just felt like there are too many people to answer. So you have very limited time to state your case, to state your situation, and that was what it was. We had very limited time. They wanted to answer us in like 10-15 minutes. 10-15 minutes was not enough for a 17-year-old to fully express herself. Well, we had to grab, and they recommended the wrong drugs, and it affected her. We had to go back the next day to seek for another appointment with another clinic in the hospital, and they gave us an appointment for December. So from September to December, what's she supposed to be doing? What exactly is she supposed to just faint or manage a situation till it's eventually. Anyway, we had to move to a private hospital that day, and private hospital, if you've been spending money in general hospitals, you should know that private hospitals, they are worse. You spend so much more, and thus continue the cycle of spending. Because I was already lamenting about how much I've spent, this, and I also want to mention that if you do not have HMO, I would highly suggest that you go get HMO because it's relatively cheaper, and it takes the stress of expenses, of hospital expenses off your back. My HMO did not cover my sister, so there was absolutely no way I would have been able to handle her payments except for my bank account. So there was that. So get your HMO. It's really, as you are watching this video now, safe. Go and get your HMO. This is not an ad. I'm not trying to advertise for anybody, but I use Reliance HMO. There are other types of HMOs that you can use. There's Avon. You can make your research and pick an HMO that you want. And if you can, put your siblings on too, or put everybody around you on too, because hospital bills are nothing to write. They're nothing to smile about. I'm not, since August, I never smile. I don't even feel like I never smile. So we had to move to a private hospital, and thankfully she has been getting better. She has been relatively better. Environmental changes has contributed to how well she's faring now. So there's that too. And I really did not come on this video with the intention of oversharing, but I think I've managed to keep that. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I've overshared yet. So that happened in August till now, to be very honest. Now it's just that now I have more time for myself, my skin. People that saw me in last week, people that kept on coming to tell me that, oh my god, I know you from social media, I know you from you. Anyway, I'm so sorry if I might have reacted some. I don't even think I might have reacted some type of way. I was always in a hurry with my all back, and there was absolutely no way I could have stayed to chat. Most of them DM'd me after. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. While I get ready to tell you the second part of this video, I need to go and look cute because we're running late, and I would rather do this so I'm ready. The second part of this video, that is. So give me a minute. Don't give me a minute though. Well, in YouTube time, give me a minute.
Surely goodness and mercy. Surely goodness and mercy. They shall follow me. They shall follow me. Surely goodness and mercy. Surely goodness and mercy. They shall follow me. They shall follow.
I'm ready to go. told you I wasn't going to do makeup, and all of this took like 30 minutes to do because of the ropes at the back. These ropes. The full fit is given. So I'm ready. I don't know if I'm late yet. Am I? No, I'm not late yet. So I still have more time. I have like a few more minutes to go. So like I was saying, back to the life updates that I was giving you guys. The second part of this video. So guys, sorry. Do I? So it's just small deviation. I'm not so much of a jewelry person, right? So I always forget to pack jewelry whenever I'm leaving my house. So because I'm not so much of a jewelry person, I would readily not remember that I don't have jewelries or I did not carry jewelries because it doesn't faze me like that. So I'm wondering if I go like this. I mean, anything anybody wants to say, they should say. I look good. That's the most important thing that matters. Back to the second part of this video. Like I was saying before, I mentioned before that my sister, I became a primary caretaker for my sister. Well, my two sisters actually, because I had to uproot the other one from where she was and bring her to me so she could start school. Because both of them, they always work together. So they're always together. So I had to bring the other one to my house so she could start secondary school in my house, or she could continue her secondary school education in my house while I take care of the one before her. On another beautiful note, I found my way back to God. I'm sorry. If you were in my life in 2018, if you're not in my life in 2018, I'm going to tell you that 2018 was when I lost my mom, and I kind of deviated away from the church entirely. I didn't deviate away from God entirely. I just deviated away from the church entirely because of what it is that I went through in their hands. So I stopped going to church and I was very mad at God for a very, very long while. I was really pissed off at him. That's when I was like, anything you want to do, you've done the worst that I think you could possibly do. So I just, stopped having that kind of personal relationship with him like I used to. And then after a while, after my anger waned off, it became an on and off thing. Yeah, an on and off thing. Yeah, it became an on and off thing. I would, sometimes I would feel like, oh man, God, we're best friends today. Other times I feel like, nah, he doesn't really rate me so much. So it took something drastic happening for me to find my way back to him. Because, at that point in my life, at that point where everything was unraveling, there really was nothing. There was no human contact. There was no kind of cuddles I would have received. There was no type of hugs I would have received that would have made me feel better. So it became like, okay, I've exhausted all my options. So now, God, this is me. If that was your intention, you win. This is me telling you that I'm tired and I really don't know what the game play is here, but I'm tired and I cannot do this on my own anymore. You might have to come in. And that's what happened. So literally, he has been the one. Honestly, I feel like if I was going and somebody left me and then came back again because they were in trouble, I don't think I would, I would be so skeptical about letting them in, or make them do like 10 frog jumps to prove that they really want me back. But that's just me. That's just me. God is not me. That's why he's not human, right? So that's the entire life update that I have for you is that I've lost, I've won, I've lost, but I'm still winning. And it has not been easy, especially being a firstborn child. I would always reiterate this, that as a firstborn daughter in an African home, as a firstborn child, if you're a firstborn child and you're watching this, you're very super. All my heart, I doff it for you. As you can see, I'm not even shouting as much as I usually would, because experiences, life, the past 3 months has humbled me. It has reduced my voice. So, as a firstborn child in an African home, if you're watching this, I really am sending you all the love. You're not alone. It's not just you. I don't know if my lip gloss is on correctly, but I'm sending you all the love. It's just not to you. You're not the only one. My hands are in yours, and I really, really hope that it gets easier for all of us. All right, amen. I feel like such a preacher with my puffy sleeves and all, but that's basically all the life update that I came here to give. I'll show you my full outfit. I'll leave for my event in a few minutes when the person I'm going with is ready. So that's all there is to it. Thank you for watching this video. If I remember anything, I feel like I'm leaving out some things, but if I remember anything, I'll be sure to let you know. Thank you. Make sure you like, where are my rings? Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share this video. Also leave a comment in the comment section as to what part you resonate with the most. Love you. Do I? Yeah, actually do love you. Bye. I'll see you next time.